Hi ladies, it's Evelyn from Twin Flames 3344. I have a Divine Feminine Twin Flame read for you now. There's a lot of harsh energies coming in for you. I'm going to get right into it. I did do sand art, but I haven't looked at it yet, so if I do get some major stuff out of it, I'll come back and do a little read for the sand art. But I just wanted to get this read out and express to you guys the energies, because they're coming in very strong today. I woke up with a sour stomach. I did a masculine read already, and I was literally feeling like the masculines were coming through me. There's some anger feelings coming up, and I felt like a masculine was actually channeling through me when I was doing the masculine, because how I felt before I did the video was not how I felt while I was doing the video, and it was coming off a little bit more harsh, like anger things coming up. And now I was literally feeling like I was having a heart attack, not just the pressure, but I was feeling like the sharp pains in my heart. And I was stretching my shoulder and it was hurting me, but it did go away. So it could be me, but a year or so ago I had a full body check and I had no plaque in my body. So I'm assuming it's coming from the masculine, especially since I'm getting a lot of stress coming up. So I woke up with a sour stomach and a little bit of stress in the chest, but now it's really strong, and in the wings and shoulders, it's really strong. So just know to let it go. It's not you. Like, it's so easy to let that pressure and pain build up, cause you to react in a frustrated way because you're feeling pain. I mean, that's a natural response to pain. So it's about mastering that and doing some stretching to release it. Take a walk just to get your muscles opened up. Stretch back, stretch open your wings, give yourself a hug. That actually feels good. Oh, that feels really good. Right there with your arms up really high as you can. Ooh. Yeah, just do some stretches to get it released and get the energies flowing again, because it's definitely energies coming into us today. And there's some big messages coming through that have changed. We're going into the eclipse energy, and there's definitely stuff about Lionsgate closing. And I was getting another message about Lionsgate in the feminine read, and I'm telling you, it's all about the masculine in this read. So whether it's the masculine reflecting through you, or it's just telling you about the masculine, I'm going to get right into this, and we can discuss some of the other stuff. It is the 15th, which is that devil energy. So whether that be of addictions, codependencies, or it could just be Capricorn energy coming up. I have a lot of Capricorn in me as well. And it could just be, again, like I said in the other video, that it's about recognizing your shadow side and loving all the parts of you, allowing you to then drop your judgments about others who also have their shadow side, that it's all okay, and to just let everyone be. The day adds up to 28, which is the Two of Wands, the Twin Flames energy. So it's about choosing that path, the why in the road. And that's the co-creation energy. Okay, so I so much see that and the Three of Pentacles as part of that co-creative process. Okay, because you're always coming to the why in the road. You're expanding and being creative, and then you're integrating and grounding that, and then you're coming back to the reprocessing to come to the start again of that why in the road, and that's that Three of Pentacles with the Two of Wands energy. So it's always about bringing that third in and out of the situation. Okay, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3. The Two of Wands, the Three of Pentacles. But we also have the Three of Cups, which is very much about the reunion energies, and the Four of Wands. All right, so the read for the feminine was done at 11:46. 46 is the two children in the garden, the other twin flame cup card that I see. The Six of Cups, the two children in the garden. It's very beautiful inner child energy between the twins. Okay. And as I was shuffling, what dropped out? Hold on one second. When I was shuffling, is that this one? Oh no, that was for the masculine. When I was shuffling for the masculine, the guidance card, which is usually the Hierophant, and then the Chariot cards fell out for the masculine. So the Hierophant and the Chariot, okay, which is, the Chariot's a bold move, okay, so as I was doing your cut, I was getting, say it soft and it's almost like praying, Maria. So especially with these stressful energies, go into your feminine, okay, to transmute the masculine fire that's coming through right now. Also, I was getting Fui at 11:45. Fui. The major arcana were Ascension and Abundance. So in the Syrian starseed, Ascension is the world and Abundance is the Empress, normally. Those are the only two major arcanas that came up. But it's about completion with the Ascension card, and then the Abundance Empress card is all about abundance. There was 2 swords, 2 wands, 3 pentacles, and 2 cups. So very well distributed for the feminine today. The court cards were Knight of Wands and Page of Pentacles, but also the 9 of Pentacles comes up, which I often see the sovereignty of the feminine. All right, that's the independent person who has everything they need, but it's a single person. The numbers that came up for you in the coding were 9, 26, 35, 33, 66, 99 all came up, so 369, see that? 69, which is the Ace of Pentacles, that new beginning. 22, 32 came up, as well as 39, which is the Knight of Cups, and 26, which is the Page of Wands. That's that inspired energy. And of course the Knight of Cups is about offering love to everyone. Okay, so there's a lot of young energy here and a lot of messages and offers. So the coding was everything about your synchronicities and your creativity. All right, so be creative about it. Pay attention to your signs and synchronicities, okay? It was the message that was coming up in the coding was, so Sophia 9, which is the feminine collective consciousness, was coming up around ascension and the liver. The hermit as well, right? Which is, you know, being alone and spending time alone. It's like the endings to the nth degree, the hermit to the nth degree, that energy to the nth degree, along with Sophia 9 and Ascension and the liver, as well as the Page of Wands coming up here, which is that inspired energy, you know, like the guy who wants to go on a date when they're a teenager, right? They're so curious always, because they have so much energy. They're just inspired to go. And it's also inspired sexual energy, so it's about that coming together energy. But the liver was definitely coming up here as something that, you know, your liver is a transmuter, just like your kidney, right? It processes things through your body. So, and like in foie gras was coming up for liver. So I don't know if foie gras means something to someone, but that message needed to come through. But realize that the liver processes BS, like literally. Okay? So your liver is affected by this, and also for those to watch out for alcohol consumption. The Page of Wands is ascending. So the hermit needs to process the 9, the Sophia 9 to the nth degree, which is all about the feminine collective consciousness, being isolating and meditating, right? Because that's that solitude energy, especially in this very harsh energy that's coming in right now. The Page of Wands ascends their liver via synchronicities and creativity. And that, like I said, that's processing BS. So the masculine energy is processing BS, like they're learning how to do what their liver does. Maybe they're seeing it in a more logical way. It's making them understand better and being more creative about how to do this. FOI was coming up as an abbreviation, so what came up to me was field of interest, full of it, which is again comes to the liver and BS, and freedom of information, FOI. All right. We have the freedom of information, the freedom of speech, because the truth is the truth. Okay. Everyone may perceive it in a different way, but as long as you're in your truth, you're in resonance with the universe. All right, so there shouldn't be any real aggression toward you if your intention is pure. Okay, and you'll see that because you'll bring it in. And none of us are perfect, so that always comes up at some times. But you always do your best to be in your truth, and don't worry about saying it in public. Okay, if someone doesn't agree with you, then that's okay. They don't have to agree with you. They can watch something else. That's all. And you don't have to get angry about it. That's all you have to do. You don't have to say a thing, really, as long as you're being true in your intention. So lightning strikes in separation, refusal to work on love, or a refusal to work on love, or there's an offer in loving self. So somebody's refusing this if they don't get any affection in return. Okay, and we all know that that's part of the journey, learning to love without expecting anything in return. It was just 11:11. About not expecting any outcome from anything. Okay, and if you allow people to be free in that respect, of course they'll come back and they'll want to give you affection because you're allowing them their freedom to be themselves. The wounded warrior hides behind epiphanies of separation, heartbreak, and healing. Loving self, though, even when you're still and not getting affection. So the feminine has already been learning to do this. Even when you're doing nothing, where we were always taught you're not worth anything unless you're busy all the time and stressed, right? Unless you look stressed. How many times at work were you keeping busy just so that people would know that you're working? Because if you didn't look stressed enough, they didn't think you were working. All right, that's an old template that we're breaking. You're not supposed to have to work hard. You're supposed to have to work smart with your heart. Okay, allowing your inspiration to come. That's where you should be doing your work, because then it's not work. It's because you're inspired to do it. You love it. So the feminine has been learning to do this, but this is coming up for the masculine, and this is probably a lot of what you're feeling through the masculine. Them not wanting to give if they're not getting anything back in return, offering love to help others and their pain who are bleeding out. And then I was getting the masculine saying back that the feminine giving out, this can go both ways, so don't forget you reflect each other. The masculine was saying, when you're thinking about the feminine giving out love and helping others, like when we do these videos to help others who are also awakening and don't know what's going on, I was getting the divine masculines coming in, chiming, saying, bleeding, calling us bleeding hearts, our bleeding hearts club. And it was definitely coming in because I have to tell you, because my twin's birthday is the same birthday as my old boss, and whenever we'd come together for reviews with my supervisor, and she'd give me positive feedback in a loving way. He would call us bleeding hearts. Okay, so it's definitely coming through that they don't understand the value of that. Offering love to help others end pain who are bleeding out. But yet, what does the masculine do? Right? He wants to be the savior. He just doesn't verbalize it that way. So he thinks he's not doing it. So while he chooses the path of being Scrooge, being grounded by the almighty coin. And then the Roman Empire was coming up here. All right? Because that's that past life template that's coming back. The ruler. Working on his collection and cracking codes, aligning with blocks. Money doesn't appear out of thin air, he says. It takes hard work to buy the ex's boots. Or if they're not an ex, if they're still with them. So the King of Swords reversed is coming up reversed, and then this is just still the underlying energy. The Queen of Wands upright. And he's coming up, this King of Swords reversed, as uninspired to stand up for his truth. The Queen of Wands is acting like she's dominating the land and taking over the world, choosing the feminine energy and the world in her right hand. So she might actually take a stand and walk out on him because she's sick of this. two sphinxes or little minxes or two dogs or the black and white of it, the polarity to integrate. It only takes cracking the code or a key and standing up for yourself to the twin path in order to we. Okay? So the soulmate energy is coming up for the feminine, and for you guys to stay optimistic, especially in this stressful energy. It's not you. And I'm feeling it now, like in my heart. And I worry that my masculine could be having a heart attack because they're stressing themselves out so much. There is a surprise out for the feminine, for the divine feminine. Justice for the divine masculine. But they're avoiding eye contact and knees touching under the table. Someone's imbalanced and needing to speak about their heart being stepped on and being just a side dish dessert. Not even flowers or fruits. Even at my father's funeral. Okay, so that was coming up from the cards, but also resonated with me as well because at the time that my father passed away, you know, I got that blanket one-line statement from my twin at that time, and that was hurtful. We'd been through a lot already at that point. So pride comes up for the feminine. All right, don't let your pride get in the way. Let go again. You know, you might go back at feeling the anger coming up with the stress in your body. Might bring you back to that, like, you know, I'm not giving more when they're not giving me back any affection. You have to let go of that, okay? The spiritual partnership. Leaving the box, awakening to run, so this goes both ways. Sneaking around is no longer fun. The pain, the game is over. I have my own branding. When the earth eclipses the moon, there's no divine feminine reflection. You will feel it, divine masculine. Divine masculine with the divine masculine's energy with nowhere to go, no options. The show is over. Say goodbye. That's the Madonna reference song. Okay, so it's saying when the eclipse happens and the earth is between the moon and the sun can't reflect back on himself because there's no moon to reflect. All right, and Spirit's connecting with me. So you're literally eclipsing out yourself through your feminine, and the masculines are going to really feel it. The point at the right shoulder is pinning you to the ceiling, so some of the masculines may be having right shoulder pain. Look, no hands. The wand is up. Is quite revealing. So I was getting that in conjunction with the right shoulder pain. So somebody might get a woody when they're in the right shoulder pain, revealing to themselves something about themselves, or that maybe they're having issues with maybe they were having issues with that, and all of a sudden they're not. So they're realizing it's not actually physical dysfunction, that there's something else involved. Not realizing that it's very normal for them to have dysfunction in a karmic relationship if they're not with their twin once they've been awakened. So that's quite revealing. So something comes up around that for the masculine. The bird is now diving. It will be able to come up when it counts. So that was funny in conjunction with that. Underlying anger comes up in wanting to escape. Just dumping it all and exiting to the Cape, or choosing to work another day, not seeing another way. The karmic feminine may have made the decision to move and separate, like I said. Recently, so now this was all underlying energy up till here. So now getting into the read, and recently, there's clarity here about unhappiness toward the eclipse of the wounded warrior being sneaky about sadness, needing attention, but still guarded. The foundation is the Knight of Wands. The recent past card actually was the Six of Wands, about getting attention and success. I mean, it could have the reversed energies as well, about needing attention. But just so you know, because that was all around the wounded warrior, you know, which is that victim mentality. The Knight of Wands is in the foundation, confessing about twin, or dropping burdens about a bad childhood or past, coming out with new passion of soulmate, and cracking codes. Centrally, the energy is in coming together, the Three of Cups, opening heart and taking a leap with savings to expose the King of Cups reversed, who's still in detached emotions. or could be becoming over emotional and purging. He's been watching your creation and wants to offer a promotion. Okay, so the King of Wands could be, this is for the feminine, so it could be your karmic or any other karmic around you, or the masculine, it could be your divine masculine. But the King of Cups is coming up reversed. The challenge for the feminine is ascension and completing your world. The Knight of Pentacles offers something practical but big towards heartbreak of lover. Queen of Cups, angel. Okay, so now we're bringing the King of Cups together with the Queen of Cups, but he was reversed. Now independent at full moon, maybe crying or purging. This is the Queen of Cups. Looking. Let me see that real quick. One sec. Hold on one sec. Yeah. So, yeah, you guys could definitely, because of these energies, there definitely may be some crying or purging that comes up, so just allow it if it comes up to get it out. Or as the King of Pentacles offers something practical but big and comes to you, toward heartbreak of lover, Queen of Cups, angel, now independent, you, at full moon, may be crying or purging, looking at going back, when a new life is offered in a message causing levitation, okay? Or rising above, okay? So something, it sounds like really positive news, and it was definitely in some positive energy there. Immediately tossing out old notions. Don't do it, he says. I'll help you in reunion, as wish is set in motion. After thinking all the time about fantasy family and then drinking to kill the pain, this is the masculine talking to you, unable to wake from this dream, the soulmate third energy left lingering, romantic flame, holy grail, first prize, the cherry on top. Soon, and this is where I was getting chest pain that's been building up all morning for me. Abundance as the Empress sticks her butt in to angel Queen of Cups lovers business, impatient Queen of Pentacles with message of friendship. The Divine Feminine is the Page of Pentacles. That's how she's seeing herself, working on her abilities. Because in the Syrian Starseed deck, this is the Page of Pentacles. So it's very much about you working on your psychic abilities, okay? You know, being the student, doing your research, whatever it is. While split of the Viking and King of Pentacles reversed is released. So this could be you and your karmic, or it could be your masculine and his karmic. Or it could be someone else you know that's around you. But I have to tell you, the surrender card was coming up in your environment, and that was the energy the masculine was in his read. So he's definitely that Two of Pentacles card of surrender. I'll show you. That's this card too. So it's not the usual Two of Pentacles. It's very much a surrender. Okay. That's the environment around you, but that was the card that was representing the masculine surrender also. So the feminine got the cards flirt. Okay, being lighthearted, your lighthearted self. Keep your energies light, especially when you're feeling all this stress in you. Pay attention to the red flags, which is follow your guidance, your signs and synchronicities, and then reconciliation. So reconciliation's coming in here. Around the Divine Feminine is a Leo tripping up, trying to break patterns or codes. And I was getting in some situations where the karmic is trying to be like the feminine, but it's not working, and she's realizing that. Or the Divine Masculine is surrendering ego, dropping facade, breaking patterns, closing the lion's mouth, and standing guard at the lion's gate, watching out for bugs. Okay? Clear blocks of the Divine Feminine. Thinking too much. So for you, clear blocks about thinking too much, especially when these harsh energies come in, because it might put you in your head. Be careful of that. Defensive about coming together, right? because this pain might make you feel defensive. So let go of those blocks. Any blocks about coming together, starting again, and worrying about losing power if you do come together, and also messages of jealousy. Okay, don't assume anything. That's looking at the outcome. Just stay present and only appreciate what's in your immediate environment. Synchronicities comes up for you guys, as well as creativity, which I brought up in the beginning. But even more so for you is love, partnership, and spirituality. Very significant today. The Devil, or Capricorn, offers up a three-way partnership. Love yourself first. The Queen of Pentacles may be cold, so twins love. Destiny, since she wants first prize. Waking up is a process, and the wounded warrior twin is at least expressing their feelings. At least, okay? The Queen of Pentacles may be Empress, offering money without good intent, but good that at least they are also expressing. The big love now is overflowing to find peace in a breakup and wake up of insecurities and manipulations or manipulators who just want to be seen. Families resting or quiet about the Emperor's new happiness, letting go and repairing, healing, forgiving depression, or hasty Aquarius, or nasty Aquarius. New life tops the cake. All right, this read definitely ends at the Ace of Pentacles, and it's 2626, which is the Page of Wands that we're talking about. That new childlike inspiration of the masculine wanting to go out on a date, and you have the Ace of Pentacles coming up multiple times here. And the traditional meaning of the Ace of Pentacles is perfect contentment. So it's not only about a new practical start or an offer of money, it's about perfect contentment. It's really beautiful energy. So separation, healing, with passionate movement and ability studies, surrender to attention and celebrate completion and abundance without thinking about sovereignty too much. Just love and peace. All right? So there's definitely energies. There will definitely be masculines coming in right now. I don't know if the stress I'm feeling is just the energies coming in, or some of the masculines, what they're going through, if they're fighting, or if they're just stressed about after the split and how they come forward. Those energies are going to be reflected in you. You're going to feel them. I'm going to pull you some oracle cards, though. I want to show you the read before I forget. All right. Alrighty, so let's see what we have here for you guys. Alright, for the Ascension deck. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I'm going to pick a card from my French deck, which I probably won't have the interpretation. Some of the cards I've written in already. I mean, I know some French, but I don't remember all of it. So, well, let's see what comes up. And maybe, who is it? Nancy, 44. You said you translate. So if I don't know what the card means, I'll put it up, and Nancy, 44, you can translate it in the comments. If not, I'll put it in there later, okay? So let's see what we get. And I might have the translation. I do have some of them. All right, so, yeah. I was going to ask for Archangel Michael today. Today is January 15th, 2019. For everyone watching, and the best and highest good of all those concerned, to Archangel Michael. What is it that we need to know? What is it we need to learn from this French deck? And I love that, because the bottom of the deck is La Famille, which is the family. And it's all about your family lineage. That's the underlying energy coming up from the French deck. And maybe there's a reason I pulled my French deck, because there may be some French lineage. Well, my father's French, but he's actually of Polish descent. But there is some French there that needs to come up. Anyone who's descendant from Mary Magdalene is going to have that French energy. So I have that very strongly. So the cards that came up for you guys from the French deck is Le Bout. And the pictures in this deck are really pretty. You can read the writing on there very well. See if I can get it really close. So there we go. Garden of the Spirit. Let's see. The vision, like you can create what it is that you want. You have the power to create what you want. That. I'll tell you the other card too. Okay, I do have it. Keep in mind the vision of what you really want in life as your truth. And the Lebu is the goal. Okay? So keep that goal in mind, but then let go, because you don't want to keep looking at outcomes. The other card that came up is perfect too. La Transmutation. Transmutation. Okay? So you know what that translation is. I'm going to give you the, it is the moment for your grand, let me see if I have that. No, I don't have it. So whatever it is about, you know, it's transmutation. You know, to clean out your insides. But you get the pictures. I'm going to now pull from the Ascension deck. Alright, for Archangel Michael. Today is January 15th, 2019. For everyone watching, and the best and highest good of all those concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn, Michael? Got 3. The bottom is the Cosmic Heart, which is 9, which definitely came up in the coding today. Okay, that says the affirmation, I am the Cosmic Heart, alright, which is Venus. I'll call on Mother Mary or the unicorns today. Alright, to help with this energy that's coming in. And like I said, I got to say it softly, and it's almost like praying. Maria, say Mary, whether it's Mother Mary, it's definitely coming up in this card, but also Mary Magdalene, whatever resonates for you today. You might want to ask them to help you with the energies today. The cards that came up are Marco Polo, 47. The Sphinx came up. That definitely was coming up a lot in the cards today too with the Chariot. So there might be some emergency. You know, that could be ambulance energy too, you know, with the Sphinx coming in. Buddha is 33. The Sphinx was 20. Alright, so 47 is the 7 of Cups, 20 is Judgment, and 33 is that Christ vibration, but it's the 7 of Wands, standing up for yourself. 11, 2, and 6. Okay, and it was just 33, 33, 38, and 39. 33, 33, 33, 44, which is my numbers. So 33 is the Christ vibration. 33, 33 was obviously that. And then it was 38 is the Queen of Cups. 37 is the King of Cups. 39 is the Knight of Cups. So it's all about that love energy and coming together in the Christ vibration. And then 44, and then mastering that. So I'm going to read you the cards. Marco says that Master Marco represents the highest galactic confederation in our solar system, the capital of which is on Saturn. He liaises with Commander Ashtar of the Intergalactic Fleet to bring us the wisdom and knowledge held by stellar cultures. He also assists Hilarion on the 5th ray of technology, science, and knowledge to enable people to expand their higher mental abilities and develop spiritual technology for the future. Your guidance is to open your mind to communications and connections from other star systems and universes, and ask Marco to assist and protect you. The affirmation is, I am open to wisdom from the stars. So it's saying to ask Marco to protect, to assist, and protect you. So again, maybe that's why I was calling in Archangel Michael today, because we need a little bit of protection with these energies coming in, because it might knock us down a little bit. You're more vulnerable as your vibration drops. And Ashtar and Hilarion are coming up, all right, for wisdom and technology. And wisdom is a big theme the past couple days as well, but to allow the new information to come in. The Sphinx comes up, okay, and then the Akashic Records was coming up because the underlying energy was the family lineage. The Sphinx energy has always been on Earth and watches over us. The high priest Ra brought it from Atlantis and placed it within the statue of the Sphinx in Egypt. You receive a charge of God force when you think about it, so relax and accept it now. The Sphinx contains the fifth dimensional records for Earth and the information within the crystal skulls. You're invited to visit the tunnel from the Sphinx to Hollow Earth, a portal of wisdom linked to the ascended aspect of Mars. From here, you can radiate peace and oneness throughout the universe. The affirmation is, I connect to the God force within the Sphinx. And also, the theme of the read also is very much about peace. Peace and wisdom. So you can focus on the Sphinx as well if you like. And then we have Venus for the cosmic heart. And then the last one is Buddha, 33. When you draw this card, Lord Gautama, who became the Buddha, is calling you to live in a state of peace, compassion, enlightenment. You're ready to expand your consciousness to include all that is and to view the world from a higher perspective. You're asked to live in total harmlessness with all things. This creates safety for you, for all creatures will love you and feel safe with you. Your guidance is to remember that we're all one and to treat each person, animal, and sentient being as if they are a beloved part of you. The affirmation is, I am one with everyone and everything. Right? To remember to stay open-minded, even with all of the karmics in your situation. If you're not resonating with someone or someone's triggering you and you need to spend time apart, there's nothing wrong with that. But always allow them back in if they're willing to resonate with your energy, including the karmic of the masculine. Okay? You're not going to fight with anyone. You need to walk away sometimes, but it's about still allowing the reproach, you know, allowing it all. For the past life, since we have Akashic Records coming up and the family lineage, take another deep breath. Clear and align. Clear and align. Clear and align. Alright, so Archangel Michael, for January 15, 2019, everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What do we need to know? What do we need to learn? Michael. The bottom of the deck is Asia. What we need to learn is sometimes that we need to be stern. Alright? This card is always about being stern. You know, it's that Asian culture of really strong discipline, self-discipline. But this is the solar plexus. Sometimes you need that confidence to protect your heart and everything. You know, you use your energy to protect you, that love energy. But be careful about being too harsh, you know. Your love energy protects you. You don't need to be harsh. Obviously, you need to sometimes be a little bit stern, or, you know, not as friendly and smiley, obviously, if someone's trying to attack you. Especially since that can come off as being condescending in that situation. But sometimes you need to be strong and just, you know, put your foot down. That's the underlying energy. The three cards that came up for you guys are ships, the arts, and transportation. Okay. So ships, as you saw, it's very pure, white and crisp, and often I see it about the blinds, opening the blinds. And then the arts is all about any arts, but music is coming up here specifically. Guitar, piano, harmonizing ebony and ivory, bringing the two polarities together and harmonizing. And then we have transportation. Alright, I was just getting, I usually get this as a safe, because the front looks like a safe, or Thomas the Tank Engine, or a microwave timer, but I was just getting a bomb. So I don't know if that's just the big energy bomb that's dropped or if there's actually a bomb that goes off, but I was getting tick, 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 so time bomb. There's a train crossing a bridge. Transportation. Stay in your lane, stay on your track, stay on the right track. Don't use too much of your steam in getting around right now, okay? It's equating the train travel with the peacefulness of being out at sea on a beautiful day in a beautiful, crisp, white mast ship, and the harmony of music, of piano and guitar. That taking a train trip can be such a beautiful way to see the country, and Spirit's connecting with me. Instead of driving sometimes, if you have to drive a long distance, maybe you want to take a train to see the countryside, because it's so invigorating, and you know, you become one with nature just looking out the window, seeing the trees and the grass. And it was just 4114, which is that Ace of Cups, new love energy, and that 14 of Temperance and angel energy. Temperance is patience, balance, angel. Set sail on the high seas. As you come together in harmony. Some of you will be sailing, some of you will be taking a train. There's definitely a coming together here. Okay? It's an integration of opposites, polarities, harmony. Sometimes you don't need to come to 0 point, because sometimes the different notes make a beautiful sound together, even if they're apart. The waves of change are becoming calm. As your ship comes in, your ships sail, trains come in. Someone might be seeing some whales as well. And then there's music to be made in harmony. Loves, I want to say love, like in a love song. And then I was getting love, what's that word? Love trap, something like that. I can't think of the heart of the melody. Anyway, but if you're thinking of it, let me know. It's definitely about beautiful travel. Like, you're definitely might be going on a trip, whether you're vacationing or your twins coming in to take you away. Like a ticking time bomb. Worrying that his ship has sailed. The ship is very beautiful and clean. It's so pure and white. Alright, so the journey of love. Journey of love. Take a deep breath. Clear and align. Clear. What do we need to know this time? Clear. 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 Okay. So to Archangel Michael, January 15, 2019, as we're approaching this eclipse, for everyone watching and all of the best and highest good of all is concerned, what do we need to know? What do we need to learn? What is this about this eclipse? Alright. Cool. The bottom of the deck is Beauty, number 58. 58 is the Four of Swords. So it's that resting or quiet time. Your beauty rest. Okay? It's saying to get your beauty rest. because it's time for the ancient ones. 52 is the Queen of Swords. The angels are the ancient ones. You also got, on this as a side note, devotion to the small. Alright? So don't forget about the little ones, because that's 32. That's the Six of Wands. Like, the little ones may need some attention, so don't forget them. But right now, the focus is on the ancient ones. Don't forget to plant your seeds and water your flowers and your plants. So if you go away, make sure you take care of your plants. 52 says, we got 52 and 32, which is about the divine feminine, both being on the inside, having that soft heart. And then the 3 and the 5, you know, it's kind of like an agitation, you know, like it's to get you going. The 3 in a social way, and the 5 in a more expansive and freeing way, change. Your spiritual growth is now acknowledged and witnessed by the heavenly ones that see beyond time and space into the reality of your soul. Do not lose heart if your spirituality is not fully acknowledged, understood, or appreciated by those around you in the physical world as yet. Though they may love you, it is most likely that their vision is still bound by time and space, and they cannot see into the very real gains that you have made in the subtle worlds, where all true spiritual growth begins. So the ancient ones reach out to you to bring this message. We see you, beloved. We honor your growth. It is real, it is palpable, and soon it will manifest fully in the physical world with breathtaking beauty. We honor your light, and namaste. This oracle brings guidance that you've taken a leap in personal growth. If you're still testing it in the physical world, trying to translate your inner changes into outer experiences, take heed. It's only a matter of time before you see reflected back to you in your physical world what you have become within. And you will see it mirrored back to you in the eyes of those around you in sacred relationship too. So here's the poem. Here's wishing you some sunshine the day after the rain. Here's a hug of understanding when life seems filled with pain and spirits connecting. Here's knowing that emotion like wind blows in many ways. And our course will seem more certain with the dawn of each new day. Okay, so remember, allow your emotions to come up and free them. And knowing that you will always feel different tomorrow. So when you're feeling, you know, in your dark night and you're having that kind of purge, know, even a few minutes from now, you're going to feel completely different. And you know that. It's just so hard to see that when you're in the middle of that feeling. 32. 32 is devotion to the small. So don't forget about the small. She bows. She honors growth. She sees that within the smallest flower there's the teaching of the earth, the gospel of Gaia, the mystery of life demonstrated. She recognizes that she too is of nature, subject to the mysteries of growth and life, that in honoring nature she takes pleasure in life. She opens her heart to allow great creation to happen through her. This is the feminine wisdom, alive in men and women with open hearts. There's an innate wisdom within you that understands this devotion to Mother Earth, which is perfect that this comes up, that both cards had 2 on the inside as the feminine energy. That your devotion to Mother Earth as an important step in fulfilling your spiritual destiny on the planet. She's speaking to you now, letting you know that there's a small change happening, something that is growing within you that you may recognize, but not think is so important, and Spirit's still connecting with me. Yet she tells you now that it's very significant. You will see that what you thought was a seed to yield a single flower is actually blossoming into a lush garden of manifestation. Gratitude and love for the small changes happening are leading you into a fullness that you can only dream of and enjoy. The message of this oracle for you is that your blossoming is occurring now, and the Earth Mother has gratitude for your presence within her being, for the work you are doing to help other human beings. She asks for you to surrender any concern you have to her, to let her creative power continue to gently guide you into your rightful place in this world, that you may shine as you were born to do, in service to the evolution of this planet. She's helping you now, so trust her. And like I said, the abundance card, which is normally the Empress, this came up in your to come card. All right, so it's very much about the open heart and Mother Earth. The poem reads, "A flower is a poem that tells you the truth of a thought in the fragrance of a dream, as fleeting as a heartbeat, as lasting as a memory." Which reminds me of smell, right? Because how far back can a smell take you? Something that was nowhere in your memory at all. A smell can just trigger that memory in a second. So make sure to use all of your abilities, not just the ones that you're used to using. Okay, is there anything else? I'm going to pull you another card. I'm in a pull-in card mood. Alright, we're going to go to the Universal Tarot Golden. Okay. Take a deep breath, guys. All the way to the back of your lungs and all the way up to the top of your lungs. Take that deep breath. Really feel it fill up by your wings to release some of that. Yeah. All right. So one more time, some final energies for you. What do you need to know? It's January 15th, 2019 for everyone watching, for the best and highest good of all those concerned. What are some last energies from Michael? Oh, that's nice. Alright, so the bottom is the Eight of Wands, which is all about expressing your feelings and exchanging passionate energy. So in a positive way, that's all about a good exchange of positive, it's passion, you know, the arrows of love coming together. And you have the Three of Cups right behind it. All right, look here. First this is the bottom of the deck still. All right, this is the most underlying energy I'm pulling. All right, this is the shame and guilt that the masculine has been feeling. And now comes into this energy as the underlying energy. A message or news or a young person coming forward. And the Three of Cups is a coming together, reunion energy, joy, and a passionate expression of feelings. That's the underlying energy. First card that came out for you guys is the Temperance card, the Angels, okay? Very much representative of you, taking one step at a time and being patient and balanced. The next two cards that came out, all right, is that Ace of Pentacles with the Sun. All right, offering a beautiful new life exposed. It is completely exposed. It's like the open door policy. No more lies, no more deceptions, no more secrets. Even if they weren't lies and it was a withholding of the truth, this is an offer for perfect contentment in a new life with the Sun, which is like, you know, strong energy, happiness, children. Life force. Could be someone extending a loan to someone too, to help them with their life force to expand and to get them going. And then the last card that came out here is about you being in your knowing. All right. So in the traditional way, people will see this as someone who's being blind and not seeing, but you guys, you know that you don't need to use your eyes or cover your heart to see, because you already know. You're being in your knowing. So to a twin who's in their knowing, this is in your knowing. To someone who's not a twin, this may be someone who's pretending they don't see or refusing to see the truth of a situation, okay? So that's perfect for you guys. How perfect can you get? All right, you had the Angel, then you had the Ace of Pentacles and the Sun, and then you being in your knowing. Okay? Stay calm in these harsh energies, because you're going to be feeling the pain in your wings and your chest, all right? Do some stretching and walk. Breathe some fresh air outside. Salt baths, whatever you need to do. Meditate, okay? Rise and be loved, guys. Make sure you drink your water.